in Benefsin, who joins me now on the line. Mr. Efsin, we'll go to Northeast region shortly, where the Vice President comes from, and hear from party activists that will be talking to us. There's a line in one of the things one of the party activists, card-bearing members, said to us, and we'll hear from our reporter shortly. That struck me. He says, it is a time for the Dombos, and the Dombos are from the north. Is the NPP in a dilemma here? Hello, Mr. Efsin? Hello, Mr. Efsin. I think we've lost him on the line. I still, thankfully, still have with me Mr. Obiri Boahen. And so let me put that question to him then, since he's still with me. Mr. Boahen, so we've seen pictures of you also around, because we're talking about the presidential leadership race. And then it's also the national executive race. And we've seen your face on posters that says that you are campaigning to become the party's substantive general secretary. Is that true?
As against an intention. And in the fullness of that, when the ban is lifted, I will contest for the position of the general secretary. As against an intention, the ban has not been lifted. And when the ban is lifted, I will contest for the position of the general secretary of the new patriotic party.
Yeah, I mean, what makes you think that you are ripe for that particular position?
Certainly, in the fullness of that, you will appreciate that I've been a deputy general secretary for 2 terms. The first time in the history of our tradition. The first time in the history of our tradition that an individual has occupied that position for 2 terms. I certainly am matured enough now to be the general secretary of the new patriotic party. And certainly, I will contest for that position when the ban is lifted.
Yeah, you're going to come up against, assuming that your substantive General Secretary, John Boadu, goes again. You're going to come up against?
If you decide to contest, yes.
I mean, clearly, that's some say you're no match for him.
At the appropriate time.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nana Addo. He is currently the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP. He's just confirmed to us that he will be running for the party's substantive General Secretary's position. Mr. Benefsin, hopefully is on the line with me. Mr. Efsin, thank you for your time.
Good evening. Good evening to our listeners.
Great. I mean, I was putting a question to you, and I was taking it from a quote that I had from a party activist in Dr. Bawumia's home region. And he says that this is a time for the Dombos, and it says the Dombos are from the north. Is the MPP in a dilemma here?
Well, they are. You see, the MPP is like somebody climbing a tree halfway through. He raises the head. He sees a snake at the top. He looks down. The lion is waiting for him. Either way, you may have to die, but you have to minimize, look at the risk, take what might give you a way to escape.
Do they have an escape here?
Well, it depends. You know, Chairman Sir made a very interesting point that the MPP has always been accused of an Akan party. Kufu had come, Akufo-Addo had come. So, and of all the names, there are about 8 or 9 names which have come up. The only non-Akan is the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia. So until maybe that situation changes, he's creating them, he's insinuating that maybe it's time for them to take a non-Akan, that is maybe Bawumia. And we had done earlier stories which indicated that if Bawumia gets the nod, he's likely to choose between Mensa Bonsu and Opoku Prempeh Napo.
Yeah, and he got an opportunity to at least refute that in this interview with MFR Pao, but he will not dismiss it.
Yes, we are done something which he said if he's offered, not spit it out. He will accept it.
So is that the suggestion there that these comments is made about, not boding well for the party